Welcome back to the channel, guys. I am the Drunken Goth, and today we're doing something a little bit different as I have just received a new chair for my computer setup. So I thought we'd do a little bit of an unboxing video and see what it's all about. Now, Secret Lab, obviously they do some very nice chairs. They are very pricey too, but let's get this thing open, have a look at it and see what it's all about. So it will likely come as a surprise to no one that I am a massive geek, and based on some of the stuff I've put in previous videos, I don't think it's any surprise that that mainly revolves around the sci-fi and fantasy genre. So when I was looking for my new chair, Secret Lab was obviously high on the list because it doesn't take long looking through their website to realise they do some really quality, nice looking bits of kit. So again, me being me, I had to go for the Game of Thrones, had to go for House Targaryen, and to be honest, I think it's a stunning bit of kit. I think the House Targaryen logo looks good on its own, but with the black and red, it really does, it looks stunning. It really does look good. So it was no surprise really that this was the one I was going to pick. Now, for the most part, I have speeded up the video of me unboxing and assembling it because it took a bit of doing. I mean, everything was extremely well packaged, which is a good thing, but trying to tear through the vacuum sealed plastic became a little bit troublesome. So I'm sure none of you really want to see in real time me struggling like hell trying to get into certain bits. I think at one point I actually took my body warmer off and threw it across the room because I was getting that frustrated with getting into various bits and bobs. But we did get through it in the end, and we got it all unboxed and started putting it together. I will say this, relatively easy to put together, but let's dive back in and have another look. So we had to have a slight pause there as it suddenly became apparent I probably wasn't going to get this up the stairs once it's assembled. So I have relocated upstairs now so we can assemble it basically straight in front of the computer, so it's all done and there's no awkward trying to wrestle it up the stairs. So so back into a bit more of the speeded up video clips as we get this all assembled. As I say, it was getting a little bit frustrating at times, so it is, the instructions I will say are very clear, and Secret Lab do provide even a toolkit with everything you need, and even the tools in the toolkit are pretty quality. So it's stuff that I would happily put in my toolbox to work on cars with as well. So you know, I will say that for them, very good. As I say, the instructions very clear, but again, nothing's particularly easy to maneuver. So when you're lining everything up to get the bolts into position and stuff like that, it can get a little bit frustrating. And again, one of the main reasons I've gone for speeded up clips is to avoid a lot of the frustration that you can no doubt at some points see in my face, in my mannerisms, and of course by the time I'd got halfway through assembling it, I was pouring with sweat because it was it's getting on my nerves a tad. But it's worth it, it is worth it. When it's all assembled, I think it's a brilliant bit of kit. It's very comfortable. I love all the adjustments you have in it. If anything, the only sort of complaints that I have really are that now it's all assembled, the arms of the chair seem a little bit wobbly, if I'm honest. They do sort of rattle about a little bit, but I'm sure that's something that can be sorted. I'm sure it's something I'm missing, or something simple like something just needs tightening up, a bolt or screw just needs tightening up somewhere. But in general, it's a bloody good bit of kit, and well, I will say, to be honest, it wants to be for the price you pay, because these things aren't cheap. You don't get much change out of 500 quid, which is a lot for a chair, but if you're like me, you spend a lot of time at the computer, it's worth investing in something that's going to last, that's got good warranty, that's got good reviews of how comfortable it is. And so far in my time using it, yeah, it's pretty comfy, it's pretty good. I'm quite happy with it, and again, there is no really denying it does look a stunning bit of kit. It does look a gorgeous bit of kit. So from that side of it, yeah, it's pretty worth it. So we're getting through the build process quite well at this point. Probably just tell we're struggling with a little bit, just getting things lined up. The weight doesn't really help when you're trying to maneuver things quite tightly so that you can get these bolts lined up for the backrest. But again, nothing too serious. The other thing I will say is that I don't think the pictures that Secret Lab advertise these with do justice to how large they are. That's one thing that quite shocked me once it was all built up, is it does take up quite a lot of space compared to other computer chairs I've had, compared to the one that I got rid of in order to get this one. It's quite a large thing, so that's the only real thing that I'll say at the moment, is that it takes up a lot of space. It is good, it is comfy, it's very, very high backed, so I mean, all of which is good for spending a lot of time being sat in front of a computer. But it has shocked me the size and weight of this thing when it's all put together. So at this point we are just about finished assembling it as far as we are going to go. So a couple of seconds and it'll all be stood up, looking good. But I will explain in a moment why this is kind of the point at which I stop assembling it, as there are a couple of adjustments I want to do to make this chair more my own. Armrests. Now I'm going to hold the video there because I'm not going to put these armrests on just yet, because I have a very specific setup with my computer. Now I did email Secret Lab to ask this question, if they would help me out modifying this very slightly, because the way my computer's set up, I usually have my mouse on one arm and a gamepad on the other. I find it very effective for work, for gaming, stuff like that. Unfortunately, Secret Lab wouldn't help me, so it means now that I've got this chair here, I am going to have to do some modifications myself. I'm probably going to have to do some drilling on these arm pieces to get it to do exactly what I want, to be exactly the way I want. So usually I have this, which will be set up on this side, and then a mouse pad and phone mount on this side. So basically I've got everything at my fingertips as I'm sat down in the chair. So we're going to leave the video there. I'm going to do a bit of working out on exactly how I'm going to go about it, and hopefully you shall see the finished product with everything attached to it in the future.